His doctor said, dialysis. But these 10 foods change everything. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and for many of my patients, there is only one thing standing between them and the dreaded D word. The foods they eat, their renal diet. I've personally seen time and time again that when a patient follows a low-protein, plant-based renal diet, they can protect their kidneys. They can improve their creatinine levels. And frankly, it's not just my clinical experience. We have large studies proving that CKD patients can avoid dialysis by cutting protein intake. But here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. Most people quit. They give up. They cheat. They fail. Why? Because eating cardboard and drinking water isn't sustainable. Yeah, giving up every food you love feels like punishment, not healing. Well, today, that changes. Today, you get your life back. I'm about to reveal 10 foods that don't just protect your kidneys, they'll make you forget you're even on a renal diet. And if you think I'm exaggerating, well, wait until you see my top 3 for today, because it's all about cheese. Delicious, kidney-friendly cheese. Yes, you can have cheese again. Today, I'll show you exactly which ones. Before that, let's start with our number 10 for today, the food that's about to save every Italian kidney patient's sanity. Let's talk about the perfect tomato pasta sauce alternative. Listen, I live in Italy. People here don't just eat pasta. It's in their DNA. So when I tell my patients, no more tomato sauce, I might as well tell them to stop breathing.
I can't breathe. It's me.
Yeah, too much potassium. And I'm not one for demonizing every single high potassium food, but pasta sauce is where I draw the line. Because here's the shocking truth. 1 cup of pasta sauce, 900 milligrams of potassium, almost 3 times what you get from a banana. But what if I told you there is a sauce that tastes better than tomato sauce and has 70% less potassium? Meet your new obsession, roasted red bell pepper sauce. The recipe you see on screen right now is super easy to prepare and only has about 1/3 of the potassium in tomato sauce. And here's the kicker, every ingredient in this recipe actively detoxifies your kidneys. Your blood pressure drops, your kidneys heal, your taste buds celebrate, and your Italian grandmother, she'll finally start respecting you. Well, maybe. So enjoy this recipe and don't forget to share it with anyone you know who likes pasta, including your nonna, possibly before she finds out you've been buying sauce in a jar. I mean, this might just save your inheritance. And now you may think, but Catherine, we thought we were supposed to avoid pasta. What changed? Well guys, I'm glad you asked because number 9 is about to blow your mind. Let's talk about the perfect pasta swap because pasta is all about personalization. Let me explain. When it comes to pasta, the perfect recipe for you depends on your dietary goals. Let's say you need to lose weight. Your new best friend, shirataki noodles. Picture this, a full plate of pasta, creamy sauce, satisfied belly, calories 0, protein 0, guilt 0. I'm not joking. These noodles are basically edible air that tastes like heaven. Plus, and this is huge, they contain glucomannan, fiber that literally sucks uremic toxins out of your body. You're eating pasta that cleans your kidneys. Tell me that's not magic. But what if you are losing weight too fast and you need to stop it? Well, 0-calorie foods are not for you then. Upper take or protein-free pasta is your answer. Now, this pasta was made with one goal in mind, turn your Italian nonna from this to this. This is a special type of pasta that still has carbs and calories but that has 0 protein. All the calories and taste of real pasta, 0 stress on the kidneys. Add my red bell pepper sauce, drizzle with plenty of olive oil, and boom! You're gaining healthy weight while you're protecting your kidneys. You see, the diet doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be smart. Speaking of which, if you're sitting there thinking, Why has nobody ever made it this simple for me? Well guys, that's exactly what I do. I offer one-on-one consultations where I build your renal diet around what actually matters. Your labs, your symptoms, your lifestyle, and your taste buds. Because here's the truth. The right foods can protect your kidneys. The wrong ones can speed up their decline. But knowing the difference, that's where most people get stuck. Sometimes all it takes is one small change, one smart swap to finally see those numbers move in the right direction. If you're ready to make that change, email me at catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or click the link in the description. But don't wait! There are only so many patients I can accept at once, and these spots fill up quickly. Let's start your journey back to kidney health today. Okay guys, moving on to our number 8, let's talk about a healthier coffee alternative. So let's talk about a beverage you can prepare the same way you make coffee, that has zero caffeine and that tastes like coffee, but that comes with anti-inflammatory, blood sugar lowering properties and with added fiber. I'm talking about chicory coffee. Okay, wait for a moment before clicking out. I won't lie to you. Nothing can replace coffee, but chicory may be a healthier alternative. And now you may ask, has coffee become unhealthy again? Well guys, you know how science is. Today's superfood is tomorrow's carcinogen. It's the circle of life, sponsored by whoever's check cleared first. So, what's the truth about coffee? Is it good or is it bad? Well, the truth is that when it comes to coffee, it's the dose that makes the poison, right? Yeah, that's why all those confusing headlines. Drink a cup or two in the morning, you are going to be fine. But hey, if you've ever said, I can quit anytime while brewing your 7 pots, well, maybe you should try chicory coffee instead. Because you see, chicory coffee is made from the roots of the flowering chicory plant. This blue-flowered plant is a part of the dandelion family, and like dandelion root, it has huge benefits for kidney health. First of all, chicory coffee contains inulin, a type of prebiotic fiber that's been studied for its kidney-protecting benefits. It also helps gut health, and it seems to have benefits for those with diabetes as well. And did I mention it's caffeine-free? Now, as I was saying, you don't have to give up coffee completely. A cup of black coffee in the morning is not bad for you, but consider replacing it with chicory coffee if your coffee maker has its own dedicated electrical bill and a backup generator. Moving on, our number 7 for today is swap out your trail mix for macadamia nuts. Eating a healthy trail mix or snacking on nuts in general can be a very healthy choice. The healthy fats, fiber, and magnesium in nuts can contribute to better blood sugar and blood pressure control. Amazing for kidney health. Nuts are also rich in antioxidants including vitamin E and selenium that are known to protect the kidneys. However, I always tell my patients to be very careful with the amount of nuts they eat daily. And if you consider moderation the speed bump between just one more and oh no, I have to go buy another bag, well, better avoid nuts completely. The reason? Protein. When it comes to kidney health, protein is the public enemy number 1. It could immediately undo any health benefit you get from vitamins and antioxidants. But not all nuts are created equal. While your mixed nuts trail mix has about 15 to 16 grams of protein per 100 grams, macadamia nuts only have 7 grams of protein per 100 grams. This makes them ideal for people who need to add calories to their diet without getting too much protein. Or, for those in need of a quick, healthy snack. Macadamia nuts are rich in nutrients, antioxidants, and fiber. Just remember that you still want to exercise moderation with them. 7 grams of protein may not sound like a lot, especially because you shouldn't go anywhere near eating 100 grams of nuts a day, but protein adds up much faster than most people realize. So be careful. Now guys, our number 6 is going to be amazing. This food won't just make your life a lot easier, it's also going to pack some serious health benefits. Before we see it, let me share a fun title secret about why I'm making today's video, because now you may ask, does making these food swaps really make a difference? Well, it does, because plot twist, the medical establishment doesn't want you on a renal diet. I'm serious! I exposed a study funded by the $11 billion a year dialysis empire, DaVita, that literally told doctors to stop mentioning diets to kidney patients. Yeah, this really happened. And the reason for saying that people need to stop following a diet, good food and dietary variety are some of the great joys of life. Yes, nothing says joy like a dialysis chair 3 times a week. But hey, at least you got to eat that burger, right? I'm sure DaVita's $11 billion in annual revenue has nothing to do with this dietary advice. Pure medical concern, I'm sure. And we haven't even gotten to the funny part yet. Listen to this. Do you know what they think you should do instead of following a diet? More pills, specifically ACE inhibitors. Guys, I'm not kidding. This is a real study we're looking at. The American solution to everything. Why change your lifestyle when you can just take more pills? It worked so well for... Absolutely no one. Meanwhile, back in reality, we have decades of proof that low-protein diets actually work. I do personally have patients who are not on dialysis because of a low-protein diet. But sure, let's ignore all that because here's what they say. Adherence is hard. Translation, patients won't follow the diet, so let's just skip straight to the part where we hook them up to our very expensive machines. Look, I'm not saying there is a conspiracy here, but if big dialysis wanted to keep you as a customer, this is exactly the study they'd found. And that's exactly why I'm making this video today. Big dialysis, today they can't tell you anymore that the low protein doesn't work. All they can say is that you are not going to follow it, right? So time to avoid ending up in dialysis by proving them wrong. And I have 6 more foods to do just that. Time to see our number 6 for today. Here is a food you can eat every day, literally as much as you want. This is going to be especially helpful for people with diabetes and for those that need to lose weight. Replace your rice with cauliflower rice. Cauliflower is frankly incredible. It's healthy, packed with vitamins and nutrients, and it's incredibly versatile. Thanks to its mild taste and the fact that it's a low-calorie food made from 92% water, many people are using it to replace other foods in their cooking. My advice, try cauliflower rice. Look, this is my personal trick to lose weight. I used to eat rice every day, and now, no more. How do I do it? Just pulse cauliflower in a food processor or find a supermarket that sells bags of pre-made cauliflower rice and bam! You just remove a lot of calories and protein from your diet. And guys, cauliflower rice can actually taste good. Add a bit of onion, carrot, bell pepper, and garlic. Saute everything for 2 to 3 minutes and voila! Rice without carbs and protein. Okay, let's move on. Our number 5 for today is a chili alternative. Now, chili is one of those foods that, for some people, is not negotiable. However, if you have kidney disease, even vegan chili has too much protein to be a real staple of your diet. The reason? Kidney beans, with a whopping 24 grams of protein per 100 grams. Kidney beans are better suited for the diet of a bodybuilder than for people with CKD. Kidney beans? What an ironic name for a food that packs more protein than pork meat. It's like having a food called heart fruit that's actually full of cholesterol. It's like calling something liver pate and making it toxic to your liver. Wait. Anyway, what if I told you that you can reduce protein content of your chili by 70%, turning your chili into a dish you can eat even twice a day if you really wanted to? Sounds interesting? Well, try my mushroom and zucchini chili recipe then. This is made just from kidney-safe ingredients, low protein, all plant-based and full of vitamins, fiber, and literal superfoods, such as onions. Enjoy! Time for our number 4. Let's talk about a food replacement that doesn't just make your life easier. This food will actually improve your proteinuria levels. So let's talk about seeds. Seeds can be healthy and they can be great sprinkled in a salad or on top of your morning oatmeal. But they tend to be high in calories and most importantly high in protein. While I never completely forbid my patients from eating seeds, there is one type of seed I actually encourage. Enter the king of seeds for kidney health, the mighty flaxseed. Now, flaxseed is not just one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3s, packing 6.5 grams of ALA in just 1 ounce. It has incredibly powerful antioxidants, which is something that can actually make a difference for your kidney health. In fact, there are studies linking flaxseed consumption to better proteinuria levels in CKD patients. This frankly makes flaxseed better than some of the most prestigious superfoods. Yeah, I'm talking about kale, which mostly just gives you bragging rights at Whole Foods. So yeah, flaxseed is amazing as long as you make sure you grind it. Because apparently even some superfoods need to be high maintenance. Okay guys, welcome to the top 3 of today's video. This is the part any cheese lover has been waiting for. Let's talk cheese alternatives. Yeah, real cheese has too much phosphorus and protein and sodium. But we have cheese alternatives starting from, I kid you not, some Parmesan alternatives. Now guys, there are many brands that offer vegan Parmesan alternatives, but not all of them are safe. My top pick when it comes to Parmesan alternatives, DIALYSIS. Their product is low enough in protein. It's made from potato and rice starch and has no added phosphates. Now guys, this is not me recommending the whole DIALYSIS brand here, just their Parmesan alternative and in moderation. Some other products from DIALYSIS have too much protein or other unsafe ingredients. Be careful, alright? Speaking of which, many other brands have products that are outright dangerous. For example, the brand Nook, it makes what they call cashew Parmesan, which is not great because cashews are too rich in protein. The Follow Your Heart brand may seem better because they use organic palm fruit oil and modified potato starch instead of cashews, but they also add calcium phosphate and sodium phosphate. This is not safe for people with CKD. Never buy anything that contains phosphate additives. This stuff damages the kidneys. So yeah, if you are looking for a cheese alternative, be safe and double check the label for phosphate and sodium. And what about the taste, you ask? Well, if you have ever tried real Parmesan cheese, and I mean the real thing, made in Parma or Modena, you probably already know that there is no replacing it. So yeah, it's not real Parmesan, but neither is half the Parmesan at your grocery store. And at least this fake cheese won't send your phosphorus levels to the moon, while Mr. Kraft laughs all the way to the bank. Now, our number 2 for today is yet another cheese alternative, and this time it's going to taste a lot closer to the real thing, I promise. So let's talk about a mozzarella alternative. Just like for Parmesan cheese, you can find tons of vegan mozzarella alternatives that are totally unsafe for CKD patients. So what's the chosen one when it comes to mozzarella? Well, my advice here is to try Miyoko's mozzarella. This product is made from cashew milk, organic coconut oil, and tapioca starch. It has a very small amount of protein, no added sugars, and most importantly, no phosphate additives. So, should you eat this every day? Probably not, but if you eat this mozzarella 2 or 3 times a week, your kidneys are not going to stage a revolt. Now guys, before I show you the number 1 for today, remember that vegan food brands are not your friends. I want to be very clear on this. Just because I recommended a product from Miyoko's or from DIALYSIS, it doesn't mean that you should buy everything from them. These brands, they are like a broken clock that's right twice a day. They are only making foods that fit your diet by accident. Yeah, these products are not for people who have been told to avoid protein by a healthcare provider. They are marketing for a wider crowd, and their goal is saving the spotted owl, not your kidneys. And as a result, it took me literal hours of research to weed out all the dangerous foods these brands have in their catalog. Most cheese alternatives are too rich in sodium, protein, and phosphorus to even consider. Okay guys, finally time for our number 1 for today. So we have seen a couple of cheese alternatives that probably don't have the health benefits you can get from eating real food, but that are still safe if eaten in moderation, and that will make the life of anyone who misses cheese a lot easier. But our number 1 is different, a dairy alternative that's not just something you can eat once in a while. This is a food item that's going to have actual health benefits for your kidneys, and it's actually dessert. Yeah, I know it sounds incredible, but this food item is not just phosphorus-free, sugar-free, and low enough in protein to be safe. It's actually a natural source of probiotics. Now guys, when I talk about probiotics, some people may think, who cares? I have kidney problems, not gut problems. But guys, that's like saying, who cares about the engine? I just need a new transmission. Buddy, it's all connected. Your gut and kidneys gossip about you more than your neighbors. And here's the truth. Kidney repair starts in the gut. The vast majority of toxins that are damaging your kidneys come from the gut. Adding probiotics to your diet can make a huge difference, a difference you will see in your lab reports. So that said, what's the amazing dessert that's actually healthy for your kidneys? I'm talking about coconut yogurt. So this amazing dessert is made from just 3 ingredients: raw coconut, coconut water, and billions of leaf probiotics. I mean, you get MCTs from coconut and probiotics from a dessert. Amazing! However, wait a minute before rushing to your nearest convenience store and starting to rummage around the fridge aisle. There is a problem with most coconut yogurt brands. Most of them are not safe for you. A lot of brands add sugar or even phosphates to their products. So let's name and shame immediately. One brand I found putting phosphates in their coconut yogurt is called So Delicious. Don't buy anything from them. A better alternative is Forager Project. No added phosphorus or sugar here. Cocoa is also great, very few ingredients. But probably the brand you want to look for is the GD's brand, just 2 ingredients plus leaf probiotics in their coconut yogurt. And guys, if you want to know more about the renal diet, this video up here is for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!